Hello everyone, this is Suzanne Knabe-Nicole from Police Science Doctor with your weekly dose of police science snippets. This week it's number 222. What is Police Science Doctor? It's a website that is educational for law enforcement, military, police staff, police employees, sheriffs, rangers, whatever else you might call them. And the purpose is to access academic research in the fields of police science, crime analysis, investigative psychology, forensic psychology, and so on, and bring them to the people actually doing the work, the practitioners. I do that in a number of ways, including explainer videos, interviews with experts, training courses on the Police Science Doctor Academy, podcasts, or everything. Every video that is published also gets published as a podcast. And Police Science Snippets is the weekly contribution to this portfolio of learning material. In essence, what I do is I go through a lot of research articles that have recently been published and check which ones contain a golden nugget of information, something that is applicable, something you can start using straight away, something you can start considering to include in your practice straight away. And then I speak about these on social media, as I'm doing now, on a Tuesday. And also I send them straight into your inbox every Tuesday with the link to the original research article in that email. If you want to receive that free email, simply Google Police Science, go to Police Science Doctor and enter your details into the form that pops up. If it doesn't pop up, you'll find it at the bottom of every page. And you will get password protected access to the read page if you do that, on which you will also find PDFs of all the previous police science snippets. So if you don't find something that is of interest to your particular role this week, which is possible because you guys cover so many different jobs and professions and roles within law enforcement, there'll probably be something in the library there for you instead. So the first snippet this week is about suspect interviewing. Professor Ray Bull reflects and provides an overview of how our body of knowledge on interviewing suspects has evolved over the past 25 years. He summarizes seminal research on gradual disclosure of evidence, cognitive empathy, humane styles of interviewing, and international developments. So thank you very much, Professor Bull, for sending that to me. It was a very, very good overview, so I thought I would include it in here. There is so much in research on suspect interviewing, and this was a good summary of that. So the link to that is in there. The second snippet for this week is about the effects of cannabis legalization. This study looked at the effects of Uruguay legalizing recreational cannabis on its neighboring country, Brazil. Findings indicate that the legislation in Uruguay led to an increase in both cannabis and cocaine seizures in Brazilian municipalities closer to the border. It also observed a corresponding rise in violence and property crimes. So obviously, this study is not looking at the effects of legalization in its country of origin, which I'm realizing, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it very well. Uruguay is probably pronounced in some Spanish way, but it's looking at what effect it has on the neighboring country, Brazil, where cannabis is not legalized. And the third snippet for this week is about economic empowerment and domestic abuse. This study from Afghanistan found that women with higher levels of education and income exhibit a lower likelihood of experiencing domestic abuse. In addition, rural women face a heightened risk compared to their urban counterparts, while women residing in the poorest quintile are twice as likely to endure domestic abuse than compared to those in the wealthiest quintile. Notably, the husband's educational attainment also bears a significant inverse relationship with domestic abuse occurrence. So we need to be very clear that domestic abuse occurs on every societal level. However, it was found here that in the poorer communities, when the woman is not what they call not very empowered, as in she doesn't have much education, doesn't have much income, she's much more likely to fall victim to domestic abuse at the hands of her spouse. And this effect is stronger in rural communities compared to urban communities. So these were all the snippets for this week. Hopefully there was something useful there for you. If not, again, just go to the library on the read page and see if there's anything on there for you. I didn't even show you the banner. I'll show it to you now because I typed it in. So here was the banner that was supposed to be showing whilst I was doing this broadcast, and I'm only just showing now in the last few seconds. So thank you for your attention, and I'll see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.